Okay, good afternoon, everyone. Or one, as it appears that there is only one currently. It's back to editing time. Gotta figure out where everyone's gonna go on this. Put it all together. Let's see. See. Ew, way too tiny. I think I'm just a little bit taller than Rosie than that. Yeah, that's about right. And I'll just move it closer so that the portal doesn't close on me. Because that would be actually quite painful. You know, I might actually cut this in half, so that once it gets to this point here, I can move back. No, way too close. Fortunately, a lot of this is trial and error because of the way the program works. You get the start point there. It sounds like my neighbors are home. Or leaving. Not normal for them to leave like this. This one I want to slide back a bit. Give her some more room to work with. See how that works.
Okay, we are here.
Portal magic is so much more...
Okay, we are here.
Portal magic is so... I think I should shorten this so that it goes back quicker. And I'll just leave that as the end point. Actually go a little further. Ah, crap. Actually, I actually can go a little further back because I'll need the space for the video. There we go. Get the new one up. I can go back even further. Wow, okay. Didn't even realize how much room I had. Now that one will be my endpoint. There we go. Got the new one. Okay, let's try that.
Okay, we are here.
Portal? That looked way too ridiculous. Let me move that. Let me lengthen that a little, because that was... that was a little silly. Let's try that again.
Okay, we are here.
Portal magic is so much more convenient than... There we go. Okay, that works better. That looked so funny. Oh, wow. Are you guys in the chat able to hear me? Ah, Giant Rosie! Did I put it in Skype? Oh, I'm an idiot. I didn't put it into Skype. Silly me. Okay. Let's get back to that. A lot of the times I have to work backwards with this stuff because I need to know the end point for when the for where everything's supposed to go before I know where the start point's going to be. That's why I do it like this, where I put all the assets in first and then resize them. Because this program does not have a keyframer. I see someone in the chat there. I am able to see how many people are watching at a time. Want to say hi and make yourself known? Go ahead. And a third person enters the room. And leaves the room. What, did one think it was a game stream? I'm pretty sure I said right away that wasn't. You can put the thumbnail on it. Is it not showing that it's a editing stream and not a game stream? Hey, Rosie. Looks like you're pretty much the only active person right now. Not sure why no one else is talking. It is kind of early, so I'm not surprised at it, honestly. Gonna need to back up a little, Rosie. There we go. Still not center frame. Let's get that in there. I just realized how much smaller of a head I have than you. Because mine is like, I guess, 2/3 the size of your vectors. It's weird. I guess that's just the way gray operates. I suppose we could put the video down here instead of up top so that we'll have more room. Oops, I forgot to get the position code. Rosie, have you gotten a working Discord yet? Because if you do, I'd like to bring you on to chat, like actual voice chat. Well, I mean, was thinking of actually. Oh, watching T. Okay. I'll pop into the Rift streaming area instead of the PPG. There, I'm in Art Stream 1. So whenever you have the chance. I'm really glad I have two monitors right now because I have so many windows open on the other monitor just to keep track of everything. Honestly, I have so many. I'm wondering if I could use a third one. Cause I have like a TV that could double as one. This is just getting the HDMI cable to fit. Okay, let's see this.
Okay, we are here.
Portal magic is so much more convenient than infinite hallways with doors.
Yeah, even though I've been in a rift.
That didn't time very well there. Portal magic is so much more convenient than infinite hallways with doors.
Yeah, even though I've been in a rift for a few years, sometimes I still get lost in the hallways. Ooh, there they are! Our 2 stars are in sight. I officially declare that character study, hashtag, best changelings is a go. Study, hashtag, best changelings is a go.
Fix that a little bit there.
Character study, hashtag, best changelings is a go.
Okay. Get the endpoint for this. And the mouse went wonky there for a second. Okay. Start it off to the left. A little further off so Rosie can be in front. It's about as far as I can bring it without going off the map. Let's try that.
Okay, we are... Okay, we...
Now let me get your endpoint, Rosie. Put that in there. Boy, all that math as a kid really really pays off, knowing all the the X, Y, and Z axis. All right, yours is a little further in front. Oy. There we go.
Okay, we are here.
Portal magic is so much. Gonna phase that in so it doesn't show the feet. See if that works any better.
Okay, we are here.
Portal magic is so much more convenient than infinite hallways with doors.
Yeah, even though I've been in a Ridge for a few years, sometimes I still get lost in the hallways. Ooh, there they are! Our 2 stars are in sight. I officially declare that character study, hashtag, best changelings is a go.
Gonna add a little bit of a phase out there. That was kind of abrupt.
Study, hashtag, best changelings is a go. The Waxenocellus, necessity made a...
Alright, so we actually have the good start and end point for both characters on this one. Let's see, this one's going to be mainly the back and forth. So I'm pretty much going to be using 3 templates for the dimensions here. One with me on the screen, one with Rosie on the screen, and one with both. Because that way that we can get a bit more of the video on screen if one of us is on there at a time. It's going to take a little bit more work than just a static template, but it's worth it in the end, because having everyone on the screen at the same time is kind of pointless, especially if they're just standing there statically. That's why when I do these other portions here, I add additional emotions to things when I'm not talking. For instance, you see me rolling my eyes there at the hashtag joke. Okie doke, Rosie. Hello. Hello.
Woo! There we go.
Yeah.
Here I am.
Continue talking. I just want to make sure that the stream's able to hear you.
Yeah. Hey, everybody. In the chat. I was in the in the chat in the previous editing stream. But now I've found some time to coming into this one, and I think I better guys, if you want to know where the heck have I been and all those things, how to answer any question you might ask.
Yep. Let me retweet this out and say now featuring Rosie in chat in voice call.
And sorry about the if you're rumbling in the background. It's my boiler in my house. It's kind of sounding a bit funny, if you know what I mean.
Needs maintenance?
Well, it's been working perfectly up until today. And won't go into too much details about it. But like if this continues, probably give the company a ring to see like what's going on with it.
Yeah, I hope it gets taken care of and it doesn't cost too much.
Well, luckily with our boiler, it's insured, so we don't have to necessarily pay anything towards it.
Works for me. Okay, so let me just get the positions. What is that beeping on my end? I don't know if you can hear that, but there's definitely some beeping on my end, and I have no idea where it's coming from. But two nights ago, apparently something had happened with a gas main in my area.
Oh.
Yeah, I came home and there was a gas maintenance truck working right out front. Actually closed off the road, and for the past day and a half they've been working on it to the point where they were going through the middle of the night repairing it. Barely got any sleep because of how noisy the construction equipment was.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
I kind of know the feeling about it, because like whenever I'm out somewhere and when there's construction work going on, like the work is so loud you can't even hear what you're saying.
Yeah, fortunately they kept the all the jackhammering and cutting open the sidewalk during the day, but at night they had all of their generators and engines running and things like that.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I feel for the guys because it's been raining here for the past 2 days, and they were probably soaked in pruny the entire day.
Yeah.
Is that the right one? Huh. Did I get the wrong positioning? I did. How did that happen? You ready for the holiday season, Rosie?
Yeah, I pretty much got my all my Christmas shopping done in terms of presents.
Yeah.
Um, so I just now got the job of like wrapping them up, and I also got a couple of parties with my volunteering to go to before I go away.
Mm.
So those should be good.
Do you have a specific technique for wrapping gifts?
Um, well, there is one technique that I can definitely pass on to you, and especially when it comes to like, plush with someone, and it's quite a big plushie. Like sometimes I take the wrapping paper and I just like wrap it around and around until you get to like the last point, and then you just like put like lots of tape on it so you can't like have any loose ends and things. And but like for other presents, especially like with CDs, DVDs, and whatnot, it's basically just like put them in the center, and then you just like put them in half, and then put it in the folds, and that's it.
So you actually wrap up plushies? You don't put them in a box first?
Uh, yeah, I actually wrap up plushies as they are like because like when it's like if they did get like a box to them because you're not quite sure what size plush that you're gonna get,
Mm-hmm.
so it's easy to actually wrap it as it is.
Usually, if I have something that's kind of oversized and awkward, I'll actually like take it to like the UPS store and see if they have a box that'll fit it, and
Ah,
then I'll just buy the box.
ah,
They're usually
okay.
pretty cheap.
Hmm.
I saw that I've been keeping an eye on Twitter all day, and I saw that a friend of mine actually makes their holiday candles.
Ooh,
Like a like huge candle with a wick that burns down once per day until
wow.
Christmas. Kind of like their own advent calendar. Never seen anything quite like it.
That sounds pretty interesting.
Yeah,
Like,
and I kind of want to learn how to do it.
yeah, I think like some making a candle like that, it must be pretty difficult to make. But I guess a friend of yours who made it kind of pulled it off quite nicely. I think.
Yeah, it's apparently their yearly tradition on that one.
Huh. Well, when it comes to like getting my own advent calendar, I usually get like the one with chocolates inside, and this year I've got myself an MLP one.
Yeah, I didn't know they made MLP advent calendars.
Well, they've actually been selling MLP advent calendars where I am for like the past few years.
Hmm.
So it's kind of recent.
MLP doing something recent. That's weird. considering the holiday special came out before Halloween.
Yeah, yeah, it was kind of odd for the Christmas special to come out before Halloween, like with the episode Hearthbreakers. But like I didn't mind that because well, I wanted to see what the holiday special was like, and I really loved it.
I mean, yeah, they definitely went all out on it.
You want to know what some of my favorite moments in the special were? Um, I liked the interactions between Rainbow Dash and Discord because that was a team up that we never actually seen before in the MLP. So that was kind of a breath of fresh air.
Well, we did see it one other time in What About Discord?
Oh yeah, when Rainbow Dash was teaching Discord how to do his own version of Sonic Rainbow.
Yeah, he went to Plaid.
Yeah.
That was an amazing reference on that day.
Yeah.
Personally, I think it might have been the best reference on the of the episode because I did not really like that episode, but
Yeah, that episode was kind of meh for me.
Yeah. But yeah, that is actually a good point that we do not see that much interaction between the other characters in Discord. Personally, I would want to see what how Applejack deals with Discord. Mainly because oh, I forgot these two poses are too small. Mainly because Applejack is so no nonsense.
Yeah.
So the question remains at that point as to how is she going to deal with the ultimate nonsense?
Yeah, I think that'd be great potential for some development for Applejack. Because we know her as the hardworking pony that we know, and it'd be pretty interesting to see how she deals with Discord's antics in her own way, and hopefully it won't be going to like something like the Some Pony to Watch Over Me territory or some other episodes I can't think of on top of my head in the moment, but it's definitely have some potential.
Yeah, I agree.
And the other moments I like in the episode was I liked how Prince Rutherford of the Yaks was really useful in this episode, especially when he told Pinky about the gift grovers were, and he's actually more respectable than his previous appearances. So I kind of like that one.
Yeah, they're developing slowly.
Yeah, at least we don't get the Yak smash that often.
Well, I mean, that entire holiday was about smashing.
Yeah. And I also like some of the other tidbits we got in the episode. I like the development between Shining Arm and Cadence because I wanted to see more of their relationship towards each other, and the moment where the pudding came loose. I liked how the relationship is so natural, especially when Shining Armor said, "I've got this," and then Kanan said, "Only one of us has wings, darling." And then when she says Rarity, and Shining Armor says, "Your mother is so cool," and so I kind of like that.
Yeah, it was it was at that moment they knew that Flurry would be a big sister.
Yeah. Oh, and the song that Spike gave to Rarity. Oh my God, it was beautiful.
Yeah, that was really well written. I
Yeah,
mean,
like, I think that that the song that Spike did, I mean, it's kind of hard to choose whether his song in The Times They Are a Changeling or this one was his best. So it's
this
kind of a
one.
hard decision to see which tops it.
Gotta say this one. I mean, Times They Are a Changeling. I mean, that established the fact that he could sing well
Yeah.
on his own. But before that, not so much. Okay, this is going to be the first one of the larger set.
And I can honestly say right here, right now, from the moment when you hear those notes of the song, it really made me tear up. Really, and that's honestly coming from me.
Wow.
Because like sometimes I had to struggle trying to find the best gift for someone, and
Mm-hmm.
and the song was actually really relatable to me, as well as what Spy went through in this special. Um so this is definitely one of my favorite songs in the series, honestly.
Yeah, it makes. I definitely agree with that, because it was very well made, even from just the start with Spike only.
Yeah.
But then after that, when the rest chimed in, the harmony kicked in. And the fact that technically, they made the lyrics up on the spot.
Yeah, I think this is one of Daniel Ingram's best songs in this series in terms of the music composition. With the acoustic guitar in the beginning, and then it comes into like this jolly feeling that you get in most of the Christmas songs.
Mm-hmm.
So this is definitely one of his best. I give him credit for that.
I have to say that though I agree that it's a really good, I still think Dan Ingram has yet to top his work in Hearthwarming Tale. Give me 1 second to get to test something.
Thorax.
Okay.
Thorax, upon his first introduction, essentially blew the door open when it came to the world of the Changeling. Okay, yeah, that works. But Pinky's present from that episode. That was something he had never done before. That was vaudeville swing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was my favorite song in the in that episode.
Mm-hmm.
Because and I'll tell you something. I don't know if you or any of the others in the chat may have spotted this. The moment where Pinkie Pie does that tap dancing sequence with who Featherweight was portraying,
Mm-hmm.
it's an homage to a musical film released in the 1940s called Anchors Away with Gene Kelly and Frank Sinatra.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a scene where Gene Kelly goes into this animated dimension, and that was one of the films where Tom and Jerry makes a cameo appearance, and Jerry makes his appearance as a king, um, who is quite sad that there was no singing and dancing in his kingdom, and Gene Kelly's character, who was one of the sailors who were on shore leave in the film, he and Jerry did this song and dance number together, and that was the reference that Pinky and Featherweight were doing in that episode.
Yeah, I remember that. For those in the chat, I'm gonna blank out the screen for a moment. It's only gonna be temporary. I have to restart my program. For some reason my video editor is glitching a little, so I'm just gonna start it real quick.
Ah, okay.
Like it's when I make a change, it's going back to another part of the timeline where it's not that is not. So
Right.
I hate it when that happens. But there were so many references in that episode that were pretty amazing.
Yeah.
Okay, now it's back. Okay, sorry about that. Yeah. But I'm still puzzling over why they put that poor thing in with Marvel.
Yeah. Yeah, when I saw that scene, I was like, "Oh no. Did Marvel really have to see that?"
Exactly. Why was that specifically put in? I mean,
Oh.
someone made the decision to animate that into the episode.
Yeah.
So,
Like,
I mean,
uh,
who would be that mean to Marvel to actually have that animated in? Because no one, and I mean no one, in the staff has ever truly cared about canon or non-canon ships.
yeah.
But apparently that has just been proven wrong because someone there indeed is in control of the ships and just managed to completely torpedo poor Marvel.
Mm. Yeah. Well, I hope that we don't get like another scene like that again, because I think if I made change that scene a bit better, it would be better if like if Marvel didn't see it happening, it would just have like Big Mac and Sugar Bell under the mistletoe, and that's it.
Yeah, I mean, there was no need for her to actually be there to take a look at it. It had no actual significance to any portion of the plot. It only
Yeah.
the only thing it does was show that she actually had genuine feelings for Big Mac, and that's rough.
Yeah, really rough.
I've said it before. If that were me, I would just pack up and go home. Or desperately want to. The fact that she stayed there after that is a credit to her as a character, as a person.
Yeah. Yeah, like there was another thing I liked about the episode was the cameos. So like with the both the apples and the pies together again, along with Grandpa this time,
Mm-hmm.
which was a really great addition. And then we saw in the couple of scenes where we saw Starlight and Trixie in Trixie's wagon spending housewarming together. So that was nice. And we also get to see the what the Student Six were doing during House War, especially with Yona in the axe celebrations and Ocellus with thorax and pharynx in their tradition, which was a good callback to the Hot Swarming Club episode.
Yeah, and I loved that they still kept those without changing it. And you could just hear them in the background singing carols, 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 carols.
Yeah, yeah, I kind of imagine that also, and like if that was in the background, I would laugh my head off.
Mm-hmm. It would have been funny, but it would have taken away from the song itself. So
Yeah,
I see why they didn't.
So out of the reindeer that we saw in the holiday special, which one of them would you say was your favorite?
I mean, I can't really answer that because we barely got to see much about them. If we got to see more and like got to know a bit more about them, or like what they were on screen a total of what, 3 minutes?
Yeah.
Out of a 3 to 5 minutes out of a 45-minute special.
Yeah.
That's not enough time to really get much of anything. I mean, Aurora was an old firecracker, but then again, what Granny isn't in this world?
Yeah.
Alice is, well, I mean, she's the spunky one.
Yeah, I really liked Alice, so she's my favorite.
But we've gotten plenty of spunky ones already. I mean, Autumn Blaze, she's a very spunky character. But I can't really say one way or another because, I mean, Bori really did not have much to deal with. I mean, she was the least magical out of all of them, I want to say, because she was the present, and no pun intended, but so I can't really say much about her. I would like to know more about that. I mean, I get where they're coming from. It's their take on the Fates. But I just wish we had more on them. Why they're there? Why is it that they are? Why are they the only 3 there? Who's blitzing in this world?
Yeah.
And things such as like, where is Pinky the only person that visits here? Like, I mean, obviously the Yaks know about it, but Rutherford didn't go there with her. So, well, I mean, Sneldorfest, I suppose, is not the gift-giving season for them.
Yeah.
But even so, I mean, what occasions, what traditions? I want to know more. I need lore.
Yeah. I think it would be great if we had another episode with the reindeer. So, because like they were really interesting to me, and like the way that he presents themselves as the past and present and future, it reminded me of the Fates in Disney's Hercules.
Exactly. That's exactly what I was thinking of there, except the fact that they don't share one eyeball.
Yeah.
But the main thing is that I wish that they hadn't used the base pony model for the reindeer. Alice is the most different out of all of them, but that's not saying much. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean, yeah.
But the thing is, in the comics and in the game, there exists a race of sentient deer just outside of the Everfree Forest. They could have easily used those models.
Yeah, I think they could have used those designs, but put them like a unique twist on them.
I mean, if push comes to shove, they could have just called in pencils, have him draw them up.
Oh,
are you familiar with that name?
Well, what name was it?
Pencils?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Okay.
And also in this special, a new meme face was born. Pudding!
Technically two, because there was the one with there was the the O face and the C face.
Yeah.
Well, also there was the ones with Pinky sitting on the chair. Honorary yak friend listening. That was a face in and of itself. Calm down, animators.
Yeah, there's one thing that I really like about the animation of OP. Like from the seasons that we recently had, they're getting better and better at the animating the facial expressions, especially like with characters like Pinky.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, because like they can put like anything to the table, and like with the power of the programs, they bring these expressions to life. So it's definitely proven right in this one.
Well, now that they've pretty much moved everything over to Toon Boom, they have a lot more versatility, I suppose.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think they would. Oh, cancel that. Cancel that. I don't think they would have been able to do this face with Thorax unless they had moved it to the other program.
Yeah.
Because that is a classic face right there. But okay, it did save. Good. But overall, it is definitely a great piece of production.
Yeah.
And I hope that's. I realize it's a special, but I honestly hope that's the new norm.
Maybe we can pull another runtime like this off next season, maybe. So yeah, seems definitely interesting.
I'm not. We don't even know just how much money they got for their funding overall. I mean, we heard they secured enough funds for 9 seasons in total, but we never heard if they got any more than that, or if or how much that actually amounts to. I mean, it certainly was enough for them to expand their workforce.
Yeah.
I mean, compare the credits for like the end of season 1 versus the end of season 8. Just the credits alone. There's like 3 times as many people on the credits.
Yeah.
And I think that's saying a lot, because that means that they've brought in a lot of talented people to do a lot of important things.
Yeah. And like I've seen like comments from people saying, "Is season 9 going to be the last season?" Now this is my 2 bits on it. Like we can't actually say for sure that if season 9 is the last season, because like you may never know that so like of how successful Friendship is Magic is, and like how and how all the work and effort that the LP staff put into the episodes. I know that definitely say for sure that if like in future conventions where if someone's going to ask this question, I think they would they probably give the answer of where they have like more seasons after season 9 or not. So at the moment we can't actually say for certain if season 9 is going to be the last season. So like whatever they come up with next in the series, we should be really excited for what they're going to bring in.
I mean, it's clear that they are planning to continue EQG.
Yeah, that's it.
Because they've already confirmed season 2 and are hyping it up massively.
Yeah, one of the people called Ishiwadel, they put he put in a tweet saying that with season 2, they've actually got some of the best songs in the Equestria Girls series in that we got look forward to.
Mm-hmm. And let's be honest, that is actually kind of getting closer to sort of, I guess, Lauren Faust's original vision.
Yeah.
Because it's turning it. I mean, it is a magical girl series at this point, and just like Powerpuff Girls before it, it is taking off in Japan. I mean, have you seen those statues?
Yeah, I've seen the pictures of them through Equestria Daily, and they look pretty awesome.
Why are they so good? I mean, that is going to put the hole put a hole in anyone's wallet, because I can guarantee you those things have to be like $200 each, and that's just in Japan, not including import costs.
Mm.
And I'm shocked as to how good the actual movie style works for the ponies in like figurine.
Yeah.
Because I've seen the colored final product too, and it's wow. But when it comes to the main show itself, they are being extremely tight-lipped.
Yeah.
And I find that weird. I mean, yes, I mean, look in the past and see what we've seen with them for announcements. They have always spoken about new seasons, about their funding and things like that, and then all of a sudden, nothing. Like, we haven't heard anything about like securing funds or their budget or even how many songs are in a season since last year.
Yeah.
Like, even Dan Ingram put a lid on how many songs he'd have in season 8. That's not normal for him. He brags about it like you would not believe.
I say Daniel Ingram is awesome.
Oh yeah, he's great. But this year especially, and granted, after the leaks, I don't blame them.
Yeah, I have to agree on that one.
But even so, they usually trickle things out on their own, on purpose.
Yeah.
And this year, they're not doing any of that. The voice actors have not. Big Bill has not. There has been very little information about this season. Well, about anything upcoming. And this could be one of two things. That yes, this is going to be the season 9 is going to be the end, but they're gonna blow it out of the water, or they have more to announce that they are going to work with, and they want it to be an absolute surprise.
Yeah, that's definitely true as well.
Honestly, I'm not sure what they're going to do. I think there's going to be a lot of people worried about it if they don't start talking a little bit about it.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, yes, loose lips sink ships, but silence is not just golden, it's silver. But, I don't know. Honestly, I would not be surprised if by the end of this whole thing, they actually do a full reboot. Like, the entire world goes to pot, and Twilight just somehow restarts the world, and everything's a little different, and then, or jumps through the portal and winds up in a different dimension entirely. But they are, the other thing that I'm noticing is that they're trying very hard to bring the two universes of EQG and MLP together. When they were originally deliberately keeping them apart. I mean, in the third movie, there wasn't even a pony in it, except for one little glimpse of one when the dimension tore open.
Yeah.
They were very, very strongly trying to keep the universes apart. And then all of a sudden, Starlight Glimmer goes over. And then in the next few and then in Forgotten Friendship, Sunset comes back literally for an extended period of time. Actually gets to meet Luna.
Yep.
It's so they're clearly trying to bring them back together from the rift that originally drove them apart. And I find that weird with the way that it was before and what they're and them being really tight-lipped on this. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean, yeah.
I'm gonna have to add more static poses on this one.
Have we got any more people in the chat, in the stream chat?
We had one person, Alex Jacobs. I'm not sure if he's still there or not. But as of right now, I only see one person watching.
Ah, okay.
I don't know if that's you on the other screen or something. But let's see. I didn't realize just how much audio there is on this thing. I mean, just the analysis portion to the close is 10 minutes and 40 seconds. Plus any additional stuff that I might have to put in. Because I got a lot here that I've, cut apart, put back in. Let me see how everything is working so far, because I'm going to have to reload. I'm going to have to load some more static images in for the back and forth conversations we had.
Yeah. Alex and Ocellus, they certainly made a great impression since he joined MLP. They made their first appearances in the Time Slayer Changeling and school days. They are given plenty of cool stuff to talk about. So today, me and Dulcet are going to talk about these guys and how far they've come in Equestria, starting with Thorax.
Thorax? I'm going to go back and put the static one in a second time there, because I don't want to have my my hoof up the entire time there. It looks weird. Ah, God damn it, I hate when it does that. Stop that. Pay. Clicking there. Pay. I hate it when it does this. There, paste, drag it up there, and then try it. This thing is not exactly the most intuitive. Okay, bring that down and then combine.
Hey, me and Dulcet are going to talk about these guys and how far they've come in Equestria, starting with Thorax.
Thorax, upon his first introduction,
Much better.
essentially blew the door open when it came to the world of the changelings. Before then, we weren't even sure if an untransformed changeling could communicate, let alone have a reverberating vocoder voice Chrysalis had. Turns out they're just as intelligent as a standard pony.
Indeed, and what we learned from him is that he is the first changeling in Equestria that doesn't like how Chrysalis treats his fellow changelings, especially when it comes to the whole feeding off love thing. It explains in his flashback to a council wedding, after he witnessed the main six and their friendship between them, he wanted to share the love instead of feeding off it.
Okay, that works so far. Go back to transition. Go to the next transition.
An identity for themselves.
It does bring up an interesting point. Every changeling is capable of independent thought. And as we find out later on in Thorax's story, feeding isn't an instinct so much as a choice. Okay, that works. Next one. To that conclusion.
Later on we see that thanks to Spike, who was willing to sacrifice his status as the hero of the Crystal Empire, second chance, and becomes an honorary member of the Crystal Empire. Especially after when we saw Fluttershy was willing to give Discord a second chance, and Twilight wants to take Starlight under her wing as her student.
Though I feel the stakes weren't as high as compared to those two, Thorax never did anything wrong himself other than being a changeling. I think that does help them come around a bit easier, however. Good on you, Spike. We also see a change in Thorax himself the next time we see him, seeking the help of Starlight and Trixie in the Season 6 finale. Okay. I can just transition that. Ooh, no. That broke that. Yeah, should not have done that. Extend it into it and then transition. There we go. Good on you, Spike. We also see a change in Thorax himself the next time we see him. Because of his change in feeding habits, he's grown shinier wings.
I wonder if Cadence and Shining Armor got Thorax to see the Crystal Heart and had a special ceremony for his honorary citizen status.
Okay, I can do that. Yeah, that would work. Kind of worried about what I'm going to do with the whole the Thorax head thing, because that's going to be a lot of layers.
Yeah.
Okay, let me put that in. I saw about Editor's job. Has he started looking for anything new?
Well, as far as I'm aware, that he's still doing his nursery job. So
yeah, but I mean that's time limited because they're just going to be liquidating his position.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, apparently he got a letter that the care center he works at is over budget and they're going to have to cut employees, and he is one of them.
Oh dear.
I mean, he is going to be getting a full pay and severance.
Yeah.
But they're just not going to be able to keep him.
Right.
But I mean, I mean, the sooner he gets on looking for a new one, the better. And I mean, he's so extremely qualified already that
Yeah.
I don't think he'll have any real issues finding anything. It's just that I hope that he doesn't get into a funk like I did after I got fired. 'Cause I had to take off a good 2 to 3 weeks because I was so disillusioned. Because mine came out of the blue. This was like 3 years ago, on the way. 4 years now, but... I remember how I felt back then, and I don't want anyone else to have to deal with that. You still there, Rosie? Because if you are, I cannot hear you. Looks like she disconnected. Guess something must have happened to her internet. That's the wrong one. I need the other one. Yeah, that's one.
Oh, sorry about that. I just lost a connection for a couple of minutes.
It's okay. It's not the first time that's happened to you or me. I was wondering if maybe you hit the mute button accidentally. Then I realized. Then I looked in the Discord and she's not there anymore.
No, it was my internet cut out for a second.
Does it do that often?
Well, my mum was trying something and like it accidentally cut the internet off and also some of the lights down here. It was an accident, but now everything's back on.
Oh, okay. Sorry, the tech in me wants to help fix the issue. Because that is literally what I do every single day.
So that's your day job, right?
Indeed. There is a lot to remember in my day job. Because everything is proprietary software.
Ah, right. Okay.
So I have to I had to memorize 2 different versions of the software. One which was on an older programming language, which we no longer update, but everyone still uses.
Right. And let me guess, the other version is the one that everybody uses now, right?
Yes.
Huh.
Squeaky door is very squeaky.
Yeah. Yeah, they always feel like that. But we do like try to, try and de-rust them with some W40 spray. But yeah, often. The door.
Oh. But the house is 150 years old.
Oh, and that was my mum, by the way.
Hello.
Yeah, she says that that our house is over 150 years old. It was built in around in the 1800s.
Yeah, and I thought mine was old. Mine has equipment that hadn't been serviced since the 40s.
Wow.
So that's why it's squeaky. That's why it's falling apart.
I know the feeling. My boiler was the original boiler from the 40s.
Whoa.
When I first moved in, so they had to replace it.
Yeah.
Mainly because the boiler plate was cracked. Like it wouldn't light.
Huh.
Let's see where am I at with this? Oh yeah, I want to add more here.
It'll be cold.
When the wings are the most sensitive.
So,
Thorax
go
was
ahead, Mom.
already on the verge of a major breakthrough
Look
in
at
his
it.
development, which then fully manifested when he turned into a skittle bug at the end of the episode.
Yeah. To give them
Starlight,
call.
Trixie and Discord infiltrated the hive to rescue their friends.
Oh, I forgot to transition that. Fixing that right now. There we go.
Oh, that was mentioned.
That would be neat for sure, but I think it's more of a reference to gossamer wings, like that of a newly emerged butterfly, when the wings are the most sensitive. Thorax was already on the verge of a major breakthrough in his development, which then fully manifested when he turned into a skittlebug at the end of the episode. Gonna bring that. Which then fully manifested when he turned into a skittlebug. Which one do I add? You know, Rosie, I noticed that your only one that's closed, where your eyes are fully closed and happy, is when you have your wings spread.
Yeah.
Yep. Don't know if you can hear that on my end, but here comes the garbage truck.
Yeah, I can definitely do that.
And that's quiet. Imagine what I put in the entirely wrong coordinates there. Imagine what that was like with a jackhammer.
Yeah.
It's one of the reasons why I did not stream yesterday. I'm thinking of doing like 2 streams a week, one gaming, one editing.
Sounds like a good plan to me.
Yeah. I think it takes a certain type of person to be able to enjoy editing like this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because it's a lot of tedium. But back when I was playing a major MMO called Mabanagi, I always went for the job classes that were like really super grindy.
Oh yeah.
Like the potioner and the herbalist. Because no one wanted to be the potioner and the herbalist. And because of the ridiculous amount of requirements it took to do.
Oh, right.
I always took it as a challenge where I could just sit there, just do the work, and just turn my brain off when thinking about it too, so I didn't have to think about it too much.
Yeah.
It was very zen. Literally, I would just stand there, hunched over the back of a pig that had herbs growing out of it, and just pluck. Once I finished that, I moved on to metallurgy, which was mining with a drill that would constantly break. So I would bring 6 drills, fill up all of my bags, and then go back, repair, and do it all over again. And that was a hard thing to do back then because the main drill area where you could get all the good ore was at the bottom of this dungeon that had crystalline monsters in it, and which were super hard to actually to work around because they would just aggro you if you just stood there for long enough. And the thing is, you couldn't actually kill them because if you killed them, they would spawn back in and spawn right on top of you. And so it got to the point where I was an expert at drawing them away to the point where I wouldn't get bothered. and then just stood there and drilled. And drilled. And drilled some more. It would not have made for a very good live streaming. what do you think about that hint that Dan Ingram gave in Road to Friendship?
Like, well, the part where Starlight was talking about
Or 9 at least.
Well, I was a little confused at that part because I don't know if it was the LP staff conveying through Starlight in a literal sense or whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
So it was pretty confusing. But like the whole song that that it was a homage to. Calliope Pony did a really interesting video on why she enjoyed the episode so much. You know the stars Bob Hope and Bing Crosby, right?
Yeah, that one.
Well, she did a video explaining that the whole episode, Road to Friendship, was an homage to their On the Road series. There was like On the Road to Zanzibar, On the Road to Morocco, etc. And the song in the episode, it was an homage to the song they sang on the Road to Morocco.
Mm-hmm. That makes that actually makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, she actually said in the video herself that that she was kind of the only one who know the reference from anywhere, and many people like haven't heard of that film series to get the reference out of it. So basically, what she did was like of how she talked about the episode itself as well as the film series, and she decided to dissected the episode bit by bit on how it was compared to in each of the film series that they were trained to. So like the moment where Starlight and Trixie were doing the magic show in Ponyville, it was referencing to how Bob Hope and Bing Crosby's characters were performers and they would do a bit of a show at the beginning of their films, and then obviously the song was the parody of On the Road to Morocco song, and then the other tidbits, including like where Twy and Cadence did their sunshine thing, there was a running gag in the films, and also a bit of slapstick, where they do patty cake. So they do patty cake, baker's man, baby cake as fast as you can. It actually knocked people onto the floor.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
That is amazing.
And also like some of the fourth wall breaks that he did in the episode, that was an homage to the series as well, where I think it was Bing Crosby's character, I think, saying, "Oh, I think you better look out, folks. He's actually going to do a song now," and the Hoof Rock character, like although it didn't have like the romantic interest with Twy and Trixie, but that character was kind of like similar to a character played by an actress called Dorothy Lamour. And in the series itself, Calvi was talking about of how she was portraying as a love interest in the films, where Bing and Bob's characters would fight over, and then it came to make up in the end as friends. So even though there wasn't as any romantic tendencies in the On the Road to Friendship episode, but Hoofro was like a good substitute to that.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, I think the love interest in this case was the wagon.
Yeah.
What was your favorite episode of season 8?
Sounds of Silence, definitely.
Yep, I agree with that. But there is one in the front half of the season that I really liked.
Yeah.
Honestly, I really especially liked Granny's Gone Wild.
Ah, okay.
Because it really... Oh, look who's in the chat. Hello. We're just shooting the breeze.
Oh, hi.
Moltdown? Yeah, I agree. That's okay. But the reason I like Granny's Gone Wild so much is because it really exemplifies how much Rainbow Dash's character has come.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that was a good episode, yeah.
I mean, let's be honest. Season 1 Dash would never, ever have gone through any of that. Like she would have stayed in line and not even thought about the grannies instead of actually going and continuing through it, dealing with that.
Yeah.
Yep. Pristine, what did you change your name back or something? Because it's reading as Zodia for me.
Zodia is how her YouTube profile is done, but I still know it's Pristine.
Okay. Yeah, and I recognize the Yeah, well, I mean that AJ was all in Rainbow Dash's head.
Yeah.
Although that does indicate that really she hasn't gone any further than Sleepless in Ponyville. Because she's just as excessively overprotective as of Granny Smith, and also is very telling as to how Big Mac manages them, which is mostly not. Okay, let me do a quick replay here. Make sure those new transitions are working good.
Okay.
But back in the old version that I originally bought, which was like version 17, sometimes the transitions would go in reverse. Like if you're trying to phase out, it would start in the phase down and phase in, and I don't know why it did it. But then again, that entire rendering software was horrible. I would get so many glitches with it and try to work around them, and then it would just take 3 times as long.
Yeah.
Good on you, Spike. We also see it. Yeah, but Pristine, my name was Redemption 2. I managed to get it changed to Dulcet tone. You should be able to change it to whatever you want it to be. Good on you, Spike. We also see a change in Thorax himself the next time we see him, seeking the help of Starlight and Trixie in the Season 6 finale. Because of his change in feeding habits, he's grown shinier wings.
I wonder if Cadence in Shining Armor got Thorax to see the Crystal Heart and had a special ceremony for his honorary citizen status to give him his glittery wings. It would be cool if that
there's
was
a train. That would be neat for sure, but I think it's more of a reference to gossamer wings, like that of a newly emerged butterfly, when the wings are the most sensitive. Thorax was already on the verge of a major breakthrough.
Pristine just put, I've been on YouTube since 2007 when it was creator friendly.
Yeah,
LOL.
Yeah, I saw that.
Discord infiltrated the Hive to rescue their friends.
But I mean, I've been a part of YouTube for a very long time. Like, gosh, I think I was on the platform back in my AMV days when I was just in my late teens. And I'm 32 now, but
yeah,
I was definitely not a brony back then. So my name back then was Redemption 2, and I changed it to Dulcet Tone a few years back when I decided to continue with this persona full time. Besides, I needed to change anyway. I forget how I did it. It's been a while, so I'm not sure how you're to change it, but I know that it is there. And let me just double check that this one's good.
The new leader of their race.
Yeah, and since we're here, I can finally find out something I was confused on. How come you didn't speak of... Gee, I didn't realize this was a contest, Pristine. Okay, so I'm gonna do this. I think I'm gonna start with him there and move in from there. I think that'll work best.
So Pristine, how's it going with you tonight?
Yeah, I think that's a good. Yeah, I'll go with that. What's in a name or age? And I know this is not going to be exactly sized. I'm gonna have to do it a second time because these are two entirely different vectors. Oh, actually they're pretty close. I'm surprised.
Okay, Pristine. Me hugs you. Me gives you lots of hugs.
Well, I recently figured out that apparently I've been having this whole issue where I've had a swollen leg, all because I was eating crab legs. And the thing is, crab legs was my favorite food, so I had to give it up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, well, no, I'm a lot better for it. But, won't lie, definitely miss the crab legs. But, you know what? Shrimp exists. Sushi exists. I just need to eat it on less often.
Well, I never really had sushi, but like I do have prawns from time to time, especially on sandwiches. It's really yummy.
Kind of like lox and bagels.
Yeah, you put it that way, yeah. Because I know that you guys have different sort of breads where you are, so. Trying to find different exercise routines. Huh.
There we go. Okay. Trying to find the optimal height, because Thorax definitely is taller than the average pony now.
Yeah.
So getting it at the right height is kind of weird.
Yeah.
The question is he really taller, or is it just the horns?
I don't know exactly. It might be the horns that make him a bit taller, but
I mean, he definitely has longer legs now. Now that I have that, let me grab that as my new main. And then switch to animated and make that the endpoint.
well, that's good, Pristine. I try and find an easy routine that you can do without pushing yourself too hard. Like I used to be part of a dance club in my high school days, and we usually do like warm up exercises with dance music, before we can learn the actual routines that we had to practice for. Um, like if you put on like a really great dance tracks, like some sort of disco music or whatever, and like that always helps you get into easy exercises.
Another thing that I used to do is like even if you're just walking, it helps to you with breathing and endurance if you actually practice singing. Like if you have something in your ears or in your head where you can actually remember the words and sing, because that will actually help with your breathing rhythm and your endurance.
Oh, okay. That's pretty useful to know. Oh, as Christine just said,
I can read the chat.
Oh yeah, you can see it, can't you?
I have two monitors. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't even know the exact height of my own character, so I don't think that would work too well.
To the point where you were talking about Rainbow Dash before,
Uh-huh.
I like how some of the previous seasons actually developed Rainbow Dash as more of a sympathetic character than she was in season one. Because I remember Dr. Wolf did a video on this aspect of Rainbow Dash's character when he did a character talk about her. And at one point in the video, he talked about of how he compared the Rainbow Dash in Dragon Shy to the Rainbow Dash in Hurricane Fluttershy. Because I remember in the episode that she was really impatient with Fluttershy, even to the point of saying why she is even there in the first place. And Hurricane Fluttershy was the starting step for her character to be a little more sympathetic towards others and more caring about Fluttershy because she was worried about her. So, and I think you're right that Granny's Gone Wild is the episode to see in how far her sympathetic journey for Rainbow Dash has come. So, definitely agree with you on that.
Yeah, it's really culmination of a very long arc, and I realize that's kind of easy to throw around, but the thing is it's much more subtle than her actual character goals arc.
Ah.
Because I mean, we've known from the very start what she always wanted to be, and then what she eventually became the Reserve, and then a Wonderbolt after that. Well,
yeah.
With very little fanfare. The big thing is that was like her major actual goal in life, but her character progression was much more subtle than that.
Yeah.
And even when it comes to the washouts, I mean, yes, she does go back on the whole headstrong. Hey, this is me. This is why I'm awesome. But the entire time, she really was trying to look out for Scootaloo as more of a maternal or big sister role. Like she understood her responsibility there, which I think is very important.
Yeah, the Washouts episodes was another great episode for me, and one of the biggest surprises this season, especially when Scootaloo fully admitting, and she was really brave in that scene, that fully admitting that she really can't fly, and I think the couple who wrote the episode, I think that was the right place and at the right moment for him to make Scootaloo say that, and because when I look back on the episode Flight to the Finish, to the moment where Scootaloo says, what if my wings will never grow? What if I may never be able to fly? And then with Rainbow Dash by saying, maybe you'll fly someday, or maybe you won't. You're kind of awesome anyway. I think that moment there was the perfect foreshadowing to this moment in the washouts, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Because we didn't know it at the time, but we certainly know now.
But the thing is, what happened is my question that forced her to confront that. Because remember, back when they were helping Gabby, she was still holding out hope.
Yeah.
So what happened between then and now that changed that? And I think that's kind of the question we have to ask ourselves is, what happened via on-screen or off that may have caused that? At least that's what the theorist in me is saying.
Well, like if I went to a Brody convention and went to the writers panel or something, I think that would be the question that I would like to ask. So, what made you decide for Scootaloo to fully admitting that she can't fly in the washouts, and how did you came to that decision?
Who did you say wrote this episode? That episode?
I think it was Nick. I think.
Confalone?
Yeah, who also wrote Dungeons and Discords and No Second Francis.
Gonna be honest, not a fan of his, yeah, I mean, that's certainly a question that would be very good to have answered. I'm gonna have to cut that up. There we go. Put that in the front for right now so I can see it better. This is the part that I was not looking forward to. The whole thorax whispering in the ear thing.
Yeah, Christine, I kind of agree. We agree with you on that. With Scootaloo trusting Lightning Dust, that part kind of confused me a little bit because, like they never even met each other before at this point. and I'm like, so it was kind of weird to me in that aspect, and I'm like, I don't know, like if Rainbow Dash had actually mentioned to Skulu what lightning dust was like, or if they just like not say anything and just me for the first time in this episode.
Yeah, that was a little bit weird to me too. Um, but the thing is that when it comes to kids, their decision-making processes kind of get overridden by their, I suppose, idolatry would be the word for it. I'm not sure how it would be called, but it makes a little bit more sense to me because some kids have some issues, especially from the preteen and teenage years, where they don't really have a skewed version of right and wrong.
Yeah.
Well, Pristine, I think this is not so much the trained stuntman. This is Jackass.
Oh. Oh, wow. Yeah.
I mean, since we're on talking about character arcs, what pretty much all of our characters so far have had their character arcs completed, except for Applejack. Because Applejack has kind of been in place from the start, you know? And in all honesty, I feel that's more of a disservice to her than anything else, Christine, because she doesn't really get nearly as much development as the others. And really, the farm hasn't been her goal other than to just maintain it as is. And I feel that kind of limits her as a character. I don't know if that makes any sense.
Yeah, I can understand that.
Okay, why did it do that one? Sometimes when I double click on the zoom, it goes to 0, but other times I'll double click on it and it goes to the size of the other thing that I already have it at. I don't get it. Starts from the opposite side, going in. I'll add sound effects later, but I'm gonna be like making a vroom sound when he realizes the question.
Yeah.
But let me see how this is working so far.
How come you didn't speak at all after you transformed in the episode? A bunch of people thought you lost your voice, or it changed along with the rest of you. Oh. Oh, wow. No wonder.
What did you say?
Yep.
Gotta shorten that. So it sounds like, it looks like it's actually telling it, and just not the moment it hits my ear that I instantly know it.
Oh.
Oh. Oh, wow. No wonder.
What did...
I actually might have to flip positions, and I'll have to be in front this time. Yeah, let me just quickly move that around so that I can... Okay. Yeah, well, I mean, I really can't do anything else about that, Christine. It's just, it's going to be awkward no matter what I do. I can make it the least awkward possible.
Yeah, if people saw saw that, they would probably say, those are the frogs. I ship it.
God damn it.
Sorry, I had to say that.
No, it's fine. It's fine. I'm playing it up for effect. To answer your question, Pristine, honestly, I'm still pretty new to it. I'm just using the base program of OBS and just set up with streaming. Getting that part set up, that's not hard. The OBS program essentially logs into YouTube for you and starts the streaming service. And so when I do this kind of thing, I just essentially hit the button. But the thing is that I have multiple stream options. Like, for instance, currently I have like the one source where I can be on this screen, or I could be on the other screen. I also have different scene transitions that I can use to switch back between my my opening screen and my ending screen, and anything else in between. I had to custom create those just to suit myself, and even then it's still not the best. I can't crop images, so I would have to pre-crop them and things like that. It's kind of a well, what do you expect for a free program? But that part is not so hard. It's just getting everything into place, because I have I have that window, I have the YouTube window, I have my Discord and my snipping tool all in the other screen. And the thing is that I know some streamers who don't even use that and just have the one screen, and that's really that just doesn't really work well for me, just because I prefer having a larger space. Plus, when I'm at work, I have two screens anyway, so I'm kind of used to it. Normally I just, and as for the whole thing with that comment with A on there, I normally just say, "Oh my," and then move on.
Okay.
Okay, let me get these.
I'll be right back. I forgot my my charger for my iPad downstairs.
That would be important. I have heard that some people have issues with OBS when they update. That sometimes it tends to break the system or change things so that they don't work like they used to. And, but, I mean, I haven't been using it that long to be able to say that's happened to me yet. So, I don't know. This version tends to be pretty stable, though. On my first day of streaming, my my computer just gave out on me. That was a fun day when my Solid state drive completely died right after I finished streaming. Well, what were you planning on doing? Like, give me some details about what you were planning on doing and what you would like have available as resources. Ah, Giant Rosie.
I am Giant Rosie, and I'm going to stomp on you.
Try negative 55, see if that works better. Yeah, that works. It's funny, if you go between this frame and this frame, it's like it's like sneak attack friendship.
Ooh, design for metal, nice.
There is an option on here for a webcam. I don't have a webcam, so I've never used it. So I can't really speak towards how it would operate. You'd have to test that out yourself, honestly. But I can tell you that webcams do tend to take up a lot of resources when it comes to this type of thing. So, also, some people put music on their streams and things like that. I do not do that because I do not know what is good or bad for the copyrights of streams so far, because I'm completely brand new to this.
Well, from what I've seen when I see a Keyframe and Gunfox's streams, like they do have like a playlist, but they keep the audio levels really low, so
Right.
they won't get easily.
Right, but the thing is that they also, I don't think they use OBS. I think they use another streaming program which has the ability to balance the audio better than what I have. Because as of right now, the only two inputs that I have are the desktop audio and the microphone audio. I don't have any way to add anything else. So balancing that is difficult, to say the least. At least with what I have with me with OBS. Another program might be able to work better. Let me see how this turned out.
How come you didn't speak at all after you transformed in the episode? A bunch of people thought you lost your voice or it changed along with the rest of you. Oh wow. Ah, no wonder.
What did you say?
He had a wad of chrysalis juice stuck in his throat and didn't want to cough it out in front of everyone.
Goodness, that would be embarrassing, wouldn't it? It's okay, Thorax. So, I'll to get...
Still needs a little bit of work. Why didn't I put that through the entire thing? And, should move myself a little bit back on this. A little bit more center frame. That works better.
Oh, Christine, I don't know if you're aware of this, but at one of the anime cons, they say that this company for Sailor Moon, the original anime, did a panel there, and they're finally going to do the English dub release for the Sailor Moon Stars arc.
Did they say if they're gonna get any of the original voice actresses back?
No, it's the Viz dub that's currently doing the redubs for Sailor Moon and Sailor Moon Crystal.
Oh. Let's see.
And speaking of Crystal, there is still no news
you
about
say?
the two-part movie based on the dream arc as of yet.
Didn't want to cough it out in front of everyone.
Still waiting on that.
Goodness, that would be embarrassing, wouldn't it? It's okay, Thorax.
Can I add to that? Make it a little better here. Yep. Stop that.
Like, the only information that I got about the new Sailor Moon Crystal movie about the Dreams arc, is that the one of the character designers in this movie is the character designer for the original anime. There's still no news about like any release dates, or there isn't any trailers about it as of yet. Because like this Dream arc is my favorite arc in the Sailor Moon franchise, and I'm really looking forward to see how Sailor Moon Crystal does this arc. And I've seen the original anime version of it, and recently I've seen clips of the Viz dubbed version of that. Oh yeah, the Sailor Moon Stars arc is going to be for the DVD and Blu-ray, as far as I know. I'm not sure if like they're putting on the any sorts of Netflix or whatever, or any other. Well, surely we like something to put it free online. So
There it is. Okie doke. Let me get that one. The anime that I'm keeping track of right now is that time I got reincarnated as a slime.
oh, I've seen the first episode of that anime at my anime manga society I go to.
Keep watching it. It's really good, and it's gone through 10 episodes, and the quality has not gone down.
Oh.
I really like it. It's a breath of fresh air when it comes to isekai anime. Like, it's just a genuine nice guy trying to be nice, and then just this, just
Yeah.
has more power than God, and now is just trying to make a life for himself in this new place, knowing that he can't go back. It's really not bad. I really like it. And I mean, yes, there is fan service. Let's be honest. What anime doesn't have fan service at these days? Also, it is done by the same people who did Infinite Stratos, one of the worst trope anime, harem trope animes of all time. But considering the way this has gone in the past 10 episodes, I think they realized their mistakes. Because the writing is great. It's very classic SNES video game. In its music and the way things work. And I love it. It's there are times where it'll actually change to a actual like 2D battlefield thing just for a couple of seconds, and it's absolutely hilarious. And when it comes to anime, I'll give it 4 episodes. The one for episode number 1 always sets the premise, but I've usually seen that it takes 1 or 2 episodes to get the ball rolling. But by the 4th episode, you'll normally see like a drop-off in animation quality, or the initial arc is over, and then it starts the new one that you might not want to care about. But in this case, no drop-off in animation quality whatsoever. Nothing went off model. It's really, really good, I think. And I've been watching it for 10 weeks now, and I still like it.
Well, I've seen first episodes of anime that my Anime and Manga Society watches.
Mm-hmm.
And we recently had a society's anniversary party, and what we did is that we watched the first episode of Angel Beats. Like, that is the anime I'm definitely gonna watch, because like I've heard it being talked about a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And I was speaking to Season of Wiccan a couple of months ago about like which anime that she watches, and she told me that definitely watch Angel Beats, because you definitely need a box of tissues, especially when it comes to the final episode, which talked about a lot.
Yeah, key anime tend to be rather drippy. I mean, let's run over the others. Air, Clanad.
Oh, Clannad, yeah.
Yeah, the same company.
Yeah.
Fruits Basket. That is something I never thought I would hear again, because I knew about the original. I never saw it myself, but I knew someone who did, and I did not expect that thing to ever conclude, let alone be rebooted. I mean, if there's one that I would want to see rebooted or concluded, I want to see Orana Host Club back.
Oh yeah, that was another anime that was recommended to me on High School Host Club.
Okay. So,
Like the anime that I've watched all the way through is let's see, there was Chibi Vampire Korean.
that one was such a rushed ending. The manga is way better.
Yeah. I also seen Lucky Star,
Mm-hmm.
Azumangayo, and Strawberry Marshmallow.
Strawberry Marshmallow. Don't think I've seen that one, but yes, Lucky Star. I did watch all of the Melancholy of Haruhi Suzumiya so far. Suffered through Infinity 8 just like everyone else.
Yeah, I really like the one of the funniest moments I enjoyed from Lucky Star was like in the episode where the girls go to this convention, and there are these two guys who busy selling like mangas and that. And one of them was voiced by Crispin Freeman, who played Kion in How He Uses Me.
Mm-hmm.
They were having this funny duel, and the animation was
Oh, yeah, that
so
one.
hilarious to watch. And then a few episodes later, where the girls go to see the Cosby Cafe that Kanata works at, and they did the tribute to the dance in Haruhi Suzumiya, and they actually had someone. They actually had Crispin Freeman voicing his Kion character in that scene as well, and that was like a really great homage to that.
The dub of Haruhi is one of the best. Downright. I mean, the original the original Japanese dub is great in and of itself because of the quick wit Kyon has, but the way they had the dub campaign was amazing. Did you ever hear about that?
I think I have, yeah.
Yeah, they had these little. They had this like splash page website that there were like secret links in that you could go to hear the auditions for the characters, and then you could actually vote on them. And I don't know of any other anime that has ever actually gone to such lengths to get the right dub voice based on voting.
Okay. Oh, I also seen Soul Eater and Soul Eater or Not. Those are good.
Well, the end of Soul Eater is kind of meh.
Yeah, if it was if they did a reboot of Soul Eater, I want to see how because I know it did a longer story arc in the manga.
Yeah.
So that would be a good potential anime to reboot if they could.
The I still love Last Exile.
Yeah.
But we don't talk about the second one.
So the anime that I'm watching at the moment is some of the Pretty Cure franchise. So like the original Pretty Cure, Hot Catch Pretty Cure. I'm also going to see like Max Heart, Splash Star, Sweet Happiness Charge, Mahu Sukai, and Kyo Pretty Cure, and the Modern Hooks are Pretty Cure. So there's a lot to go for.
Yeah, Precure is a very large franchise.
Yeah, I think because there's this reviewer that sometimes that I watch called Ashton Review, and he does reviews of each Pretty Cure franchise, and he's really good. And sometimes he puts in like Power Rangers references into the episodes, like with the original Super Sentai and Kamen Rider stuff, because some of the writers of those of the Precure series were originally from the Sentai franchise, so which is good.
I think that's kind of where most people got their start.
Yeah.
But one anime that I really like until the final arc.
Yeah.
Is Melody of Oblivion. Really underrated series. A lot of innuendo. But if you can get past that, there's a lot of social commentary. It involves, like, the unwanted hero wandering around, wandering in this place where everyone is complacent and under the boot of these quote-unquote monsters, and is trying to essentially liberate people that don't want to be liberated. And it's really interesting because each arc has this major like subtext under it.
Yeah.
And like I said, there is a lot of innuendo in it. There's a ton of fan service with it that's downright excessive. But if you can get past that, it's great. Until they launch themselves into space. Because at that point, they completely went off the rails and completely lost the point of the entire plot, and the script turned into a bunch of chimps flinging poo at a blank piece of paper. So I would say watch the entire thing up until the final DVD. So
Another one.
Hmm?
Yeah. And another one that I got to finish is the original series of Card Captor Sakura, because I know that the first season of Clear Card Arc has officially been completed, so I had to watch that. And from time to time, I've starting to watch Black Butler. Oh, Sebastian Michaelis. Oh man, he's so good. Sorry, it's a bit of my one of my fangasms, and like, cause when I was starting to season about Black Butler,
Are you okay? Something happened?
it's like in the show where Jim voices him, and the way that he
You kind of broke up there, Rosie.
really smooth and sorry, like about
It's
his
it's not cleaning itself up. Hang on. What's your ping on Discord right now?
Okay, yes, that's a look. Still connected, so
Yeah, but what's the
yeah,
what's the
I think
ping on it?
it's kind of glitchy. It's not to and it's silly to do streams with, because I've heard from many people who do the streams on Twitch, saying that using Skype is really difficult to to keep the connection going through Twitch streams. So when they to use Discord, they found it was a better way for them to use. So I'm starting to get used to it now.
Yeah, but for that for the past 5 minutes you've been roboting. So.
What a robot.
But it looks like it's cleared up now. It must have just been a lag spike.
Yeah.
Also, the thing is that Skype has audio balance issues.
Yeah.
Especially with like a blue snowball. Like I can turn down my volume on Skype, but every time I talk, it'll just boost it back up.
Ah, right.
And I don't know why. But okay, so looks like all of this is pretty much taken care of. Here, I don't think you were here for the entrance portion.
Okay, we are here.
Portal magic is so much more convenient than infinite hallways with doors.
Yeah, even though I've been in a rift for a few years, sometimes I still get lost in the hallways.
So that turned out pretty well. So you can still see the feet behind the thing, but I think that's a little forgivable at this point.
Huh.
So, yeah, that's good 4 minutes down.
Yeah.
out of the 10 that I have. And that's actually about 2 hours and 45 minutes on this stream, so I think it's a good time to cut it down for a while and maybe have some dinner. Well, thank you so much for joining me today.
You're welcome.
And I'm gonna be for the rest of the chat, I'm going to be trying to do 2 of these a week from now on. One of them is going to be a gaming stream. One of them is going to be an editing stream, and hopefully I can just keep that on. Normally I would have done one yesterday and one today, but there was construction outside that was very noisy and did not want you guys to have to deal with that. So this pretty much concludes the stream for today. I appreciate you all coming around to say hello, and stop by again soon.
See you later, every pony.